Excuse me, why hasn't the plane taken off yet?
Oh, we will in a minute, sir. I know you're anxious to see your fiancée.
Well, I'm more than anxious. I'm worried she could be in trouble.
We have a phone on the plane.
Well, I tried calling her and I can't get through.
I'm sorry, you told me she flew down to the islands in an effort to help you?
Yeah, so I've been told. She went down there trying to convince the man that I grew up believing was my father to take me back into the family. She's got this idea that that's the only way I'll forgive her for something she did.
Sounds to me like you've already forgiven her.
Yeah, I have. I just hope I can get down there before she does something that she regrets. She's got this way of getting into things way over her head.
There he is.
Oh, we finally found you.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Something happened?
This is a first for me.
Well, you mean going fishing?
Nah, I've been fishing before. Just not with the man I love.
Yeah. What? Come on, do I look that funny?
No. I was just thinking about this game that I used to play. I was in boarding school in Europe. You know, all the girls would sit around and we would fantasize about the most romantic adventure we could imagine having with the man of our dreams.
Oh, yeah? And what was yours?
Well, it wasn't just mine. It was everyone's. It involved setting off to sea with the tall, dark, handsome man. Just the two of us doing whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted. Swimming, sunbathing, making love.
Well, then today must be your lucky day because we're going to do all those things. Although not necessarily in that order.
She can do whatever she wants, in whatever order she chooses, because it's all going to end the same way, with a big bang.
Are you ready to set sail, Captain?
Actually, you know what? I just thought of something I got to take care of back at the hotel.
Are you gonna go back and talk to Julian? Are you still upset about that young girl that was in his room last night?
Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're so fresh and nubile. Oh, so young. You make me feel like the stud I always fancied myself to be.
Don't talk, Julian. Just kiss me.
Oh, good God. Can life be this sweet? You're so exciting, I don't even need props to get me in the mood.
No,
Oh, God, I love it. You're insatiable. So am I, my luscious one.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Hey, chill out, man. Nothing's happened to Teresa.
No, we haven't heard anything.
Look, Whitney and I were on our way out of the terminal when we heard that there were still some seats available on your flight.
So we rushed home and grabbed some clothes and, you know, we just kind of thought that you might want some company.
Hey, look, if we're butting in where we don't belong, you just give us the word, all right? And we'll
Yeah.
86 ourselves before this baby takes off.
No, I'm glad you guys came. It's very decent of you to care like this.
Hey, would you get real for a second? Look, man, the four of us have been through thick and thin together. We ain't about to just leave you in the dust now. Especially with Julian Crane involved.
I mean, what was she thinking, running off down there after him?
Ethan, that's just the way she is. I mean, she loves you so much, she wanted to make things right. The only way that she knows how. And you know what? I'm sure that she is just fine. I'll just feel a little bit better if I see it for myself, that's all.
I feel like a young lion. Oh, I feel like I could conquer the world. Now that I'm rid of Ivy with you on my arm, perhaps I can. And to think I owe it all to your flying down here to surprise me.
I kind of surprised myself.
The surprises are just beginning, dear. I'm going to show you the world. I'm going to take you to places you never even dreamed existed. We'll go everywhere together. My father be damned.
Your father?
Yes, I'm going to buy you the finest clothes. We'll stay only in the best hotels. And then when I come home after my day's labor, you'll be waiting for me with open arms. And we'll make love, more love, and then more love still until we're so exhausted we fall asleep until we're ready for more.
I love it when you do that.
And I'll do it always. Oh, I can't wait till the other captains of industry see me with you on my arm. They'll know who the real king of them all is. I'll be the envy of every living, breathing male with a pulse.
Stop it!
What is it, sweet Teresa?
Don't touch me. What are we doing in bed with each other?
Well, making love, of course.
No!
Are you still worried about that young girl that was up in Julian's room last night?
Well, I can't stop thinking about her. Now, I don't care what she said from behind the bathroom door. There had to be some coercion involved.
I don't know about that, but Julian is a creep when it comes to women.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's not why I'm going back to the hotel. I forgot the sunscreen.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. I could just wear a hat to cover my face.
No, and then the rest of you is unprotected, and there's nothing worse than making love with a sunburn.
And how would my devoted husband-to-be know about that?
Not speaking from personal experience, you know. It's just something I read.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to come with you?
No. It won't be a minute, and we'll be out of sea in no time, right?
Okay.
All right.
Hey, look, if you do run into my brother, just don't get involved. Just walk away.
Trust me, Julian is the last person that I want to talk to today. But if I do hear some weird noises coming from the room with that young lady, I'm not going to promise you I'm not going to check it out.
Even when you're off duty, you're on duty.
Oh, it's more than that.
I keep thinking, what if that young girl were your sister?
Yeah, not that she would even give Julian the time of day, much less spend the night in his room, but it's just the young girls are so vulnerable with leches like that running around.
You're right. I mean, we think we know so much, but we don't until we get hurt.
That's why I'm glad Teresa's home in Harmony, miles away from Julian. Look, I'm telling you, Sheridan, brother of yours or not, if Julian ever laid a hand on my sister, I'd kill him.
I'm sorry my brother's the way he is. I'd give anything to have a brother that I could be proud of.
Sheridan, I'm not going to let you apologize for him. The way he acts has nothing to do with you.
Still, it would just be so wonderful that if I could have a brother that, you know, you could like and respect. Maybe even hang out with. Someone that would make a terrific uncle to our
Will
children.
you stop it? Look, you can't be responsible for the way other people act, even if they're your family. And your brother's got all your father's genes. You got all the good ones. Sure you weren't adopted?
I'm sure. People say I'm just like my mother.
I would love to have met her.
I would have loved that too. You know, even though I didn't get to know her because she died when I was so young, I do know that she would have loved you. She would have admired you so much for your concern and respect for others. The way you protect those that aren't strong enough to protect themselves. I hope Teresa realizes how lucky she is to have a brother like you.
We're both lucky. She's the best kid sister in the world. And, well, since Papa disappeared when she was just a kid, and my oldest brother Antonio disappeared after that, and well, someone had to look out for her. And it was me. I guess that's why when I see Julian in a crumpled bed and a bottle of champagne and hear some young woman's voice behind the bathroom door, I think of Teresa. Even though it's not Teresa, I think of her and that girl the same way, and Just couldn't imagine someone like Julian taking advantage of her.
That's why I love you so much.
Did I mention how happy I am that Teresa's 1,000 miles away? All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, keep an eye on my lucky fishing hat for me, will you?
You bet.
Thanks.
You know, it's funny. An hour ago, I was checking my watch, making sure I wasn't going to be late to tennis practice. And now here I am, flying off to the islands. This is definitely something Teresa would do, not me.
Well, if you ask me, you could use a little bit of Teresa's devil-may-care attitude.
Yeah, well, I sure don't remember asking you.
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is that you just worry too much. All right, look, you can call your tennis coach when we get down there and just tell him that something came up.
Okay, and now what about my folks?
Whitney, we've been through that. All right, so stop worrying about what they're gonna say.
You know what, why don't I just make you a deal, Chad? I'm not gonna talk about my folks anymore. If you stop talking about our relationship all the time.
Oh, but I thought we didn't have one. Gotcha!
You know what, you're impossible. Excuse me, I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
He's not going too well with Whitney, huh?
Man, ever since she made that promise to Simone at the hospital, she's been determined to shut me out of her life. You know, I could deal with that too if I thought that's what she wanted, but I don't. Man, I know that fire's still smoldering. She just won't cop to it.
Well, maybe when she sees Teresa and me working things out, she might rethink what she's given up.
From your lips to God's ears, man. If only Simone hadn't got hit by that car, and then Whitney never would have made that crazy promise, we'd be doing fine right now.
If only Teresa never would have copied that letter my mother sent to Sam Bennett into her computer. That tabloid would have never found out anything, and we'd be married right now.
If only. If only.
Yeah, 2 words that belong right next to woulda, shoulda, coulda in the dictionary.
You ain't lying. But you know what, man? I don't think either one of us can afford to just drown ourselves in pity. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I think we just need to look at these obstacles tossed in our paths as tests.
How do you figure that?
Well, if our feelings for Teresa and Whitney are strong enough, then we slay the dragon, man. And we prove ourselves to both them and to the big guy upstairs.
If you're listening up there, I love Teresa, and nothing is gonna keep me from her.
Right on.
Don't be alarmed, my little treasure trove of delicacy.
Don't touch me!
Oh, my sweet Teresa, please.
I don't understand any of this. I had a dream about Ethan. It was a wonderful dream where I was making love to him.
Well, I had a dream, too. I dreamed I was making love to you.
Then it wasn't real. I mean, nothing happened between you and me.
I don't think that's true. You see, I dreamed of our lovemaking after we really had made love.
No, it can't be.
Well, why deny something so excruciatingly earth-shaking, so magnificently, mouth-wateringly right?
No, it's not right. I love Ethan. I don't love you. I came here to talk to you about him, about reinstating him as your son.
Well, I hardly think that would be appropriate given the situation.
This can't be true. You had a dream about me, and it just seemed real, that's all.
Well, I see I'm going to have to refresh your memory. I'm a bit fuzzy myself on some of the details, but I obviously have a better grasp than you on the events of last night. You do remember our drinking champagne, yes?
Yes, I remember the way it tickled my nose.
Right.
I had too much.
And we talked until you didn't want to anymore, and then you climbed into bed and I helped you off with your clothes.
No.
I was only trying to be helpful. You said you were way too warm.
And then what happened?
Well, what happened is what normally happened when two very attractive people find themselves in such delicious circumstances. We kissed some more. Then nature took its course and our two bodies melded into one.
You didn't tell me that we did it.
Once, twice, 3 times. And no, I'm happy to tell you, you are not a lady.
Oh my God. Oh God. No, this can't be.
Well, why resist this, Teresa? You dreamed we were making love. I dreamed we were making love. Because we actually did make love.
Tell me that I'm dreaming now. Tell me that this is a nightmare, and then I'll wake up.
Well, why are you getting so worked up? It's not as if you made love to a married man, after all. And my divorce from Ivy was final at midnight. It was perfectly proper.
No.
Housekeeping, is everything all right in there?
Yes! Everything is fine.
What have I done? Oh, what have I done?
Now, calm down, dear. I won't tell anyone our little secret. No one need ever know.
Well, if Tom Hanks can talk to a volleyball, then I can certainly talk to Luisa's fishing cap. So tell me, Hat, when did it all happen? When did my bad luck turn good? My fantasy become a reality? Have everything I could ever dream of? Who knew it was possible to feel this way? So safe, so secure, so much hope for the future.
Words can't tell the way I feel when I see your face or speak your name. Precious time together. Hold on to me until the morning comes and you slip away in a different life and a different world. You could find the light in me. That's another time and another place. So I let it be. Save your heart for me. Save my love forever. Only time can see.
Thank you, God. I'm going to spend every day for the rest of my life thanking you.
I don't care what you say. I hate this.
Oh, shut up. Help me think. This guy Luis screwed us up big time by going back to the hotel. We've got to reset the timer on that bomb so it doesn't go off before they're out at sea.
But it's already on the boat. How are you going to get past the girl?
Well, how would I ever hook up with someone's own head? Stop belly aching long enough for me to tell you.
Hey, I think I'm gonna try to get hold of Teresa at the hotel again.
So, how's Ethan doing?
Well, about as good as you'd expect. We didn't just talk about him, though. He asked about you and me.
Jeff, the last time There is no you.
I know, there is no you and me, and you could keep saying that till the cows come home, but I still don't buy it. All right, for one thing, I know you wouldn't have gotten on this plane if you didn't still have some feelings for me.
I have feelings for Teresa. I'm worried that she's making the biggest mistake of her life.
Okay. Look, I know that Julian Crane's a pig, but what's the worst that could happen? I mean, she goes to him, pleads her case for Ethan. Maybe he gets drunk and makes a sleazy pass at her. I mean, she can handle that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's a huge resort with hundreds of guests and staff, and if she gets into some serious trouble, all she's got to do is just yell help and it's all over.
Yeah, but you don't know Teresa the way I do. When she wants something bad enough, she puts on blinders. I mean, she's so focused on her mission that she doesn't pick up on signs of trouble. And when she finally realizes what's going on, it could be too late.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that you and I couldn't have. I would never do what you said that we did.
My God, you cut me to the quick. Certainly you remember something about our night of passion.
No, I don't remember anything because it didn't happen.
Oh, Teresa, the proof is right in front of you. Sheets don't get this tangled from mere sleeping, and as you might recall, we were both naked.
I know that I drank and I'm not used to alcohol. All I remember is trying to convince you to reinstate Ethan as a Crane, and I thought that I was getting through to you.
Oh, you were, and you posed excellent arguments, but do you also remember that it was too noisy to continue our conversation in the dining room?
That's right. You wanted us to come up to your room, and I thought that it would be okay.
Oh, it was more than okay, I assure you.
All I remember is making love to Ethan.
Well, but Ethan is back in Harmony. I'm here. I'm the one that you slept with.
But I would never have willingly done anything with you.
Wait, now, I certainly hope you're not accusing me of rape or something. I've done a lot of underhanded things in my life, but I've never once forced a woman to make love to me. No, you were right there, Teresa. You wanted it as much as I did.
Oh, no, I must have thought that you were Ethan.
Well, do you really think anyone will believe that?
Oh, my God. What am I gonna do? My brother.
What about your brother?
Luis is staying here at the hotel. I need to find him, and I need to tell him what's happened.
Tell him? Morning.
Morning. I hope you and your friend are having a better time than that young woman in the room next door.
Why's that? Did something happen?
Between you and me, I could have sworn I heard her crying in there a few minutes ago.
That creep. Warned him.
Julian! Julian, open up. It's Luis.
Too long. I don't even think that'll fit on my checks.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, it's okay. I thought you were my husband. Well, husband-to-be. Can I help you with something?
Maybe. My boyfriend and I were just admiring your boat. We're thinking of buying one ourselves.
Oh, it's not my boat. We're just renting it for the day. You know what? If you'd like, I could give you a tour. Would you?
I don't mean to pry, but is your husband to be that adorable man I just passed on the dock a few minutes ago?
Well, I do tend to be a little biased, but yeah, that was probably Luis.
Good for you.
He is adorable inside and out. I'm a lucky woman. That's odd.
Still got her cell phone turned off. And I tried the hotel switchboard, and there's no answer in the room. Where could she be at this hour?
You know, she's probably got the ringer off so that she can just sleep in.
I don't know why I'm so worried about her talking to Julian. I mean, it's not like he's gonna make a play for her or anything. I mean, the last time he was up to something like that, I gave him a piece of my mind. He would never do that again. No, there's no way he'd do that.
What's going on in there, Julian? You better not be taking advantage of that young girl.
Please, don't let him know you're in here. Whatever you think of what we did last night, you'll be signing my death warrant.
For the last time, Julian, open the door so I can see that she is all right.
Come back later! I'm sleeping!
I know I heard a girl crying in there before.
Miss, are you all right? You need help? Maybe she left.
I'm quite alone in here. Not that it's any of your business. Can a man sleep in the morning after he's celebrated his divorce?
I don't like it, but I don't feel justified breaking the door down.
Oh, thank God you came to your senses and didn't blow the whistle on me.
I should have said something. I needed to talk to someone.
But you can talk to me. You did exactly the right thing, not only for me, but for your brother. Because if Luis had killed me, and we both know that he would have, he'd spend the rest of his life in prison on a murder charge. Is that what you want?
No, of course not.
Well,
I can't think straight.
You're making this really much worse than it is. Now, what happened between us happened between two mutually consenting adults of our free will.
How can you say that? I didn't even know it was you.
Well, you know, so we had a bit too much to drink. I mean, why regret what happened? Maybe we wouldn't have had the evening we had if we'd been sober, but I, for one, will remember it fondly for the rest of my life.
It's not the same for me. I was drunk. I was tired, and all I wanted to do was lie down.
Oh, but you did so much more.
Just stop it. You know, stop saying things like that.
That's it, Julian! You better open the door this second. I'm breaking it down! Julian!
Sounded like it came from the galley.
That's what it was. What? That seagull. It just flew up from the deck. Must have been on board scrounging for food.
Well, better a hungry bird than an intruder.
So tell me more about this fiancé of yours. Was it love at first sight?
No, not quite. We, actually couldn't even stand the sight of each other at first. You know, looking back on it now, I realize how ridiculous it was. One of our problems was that we just came from two different worlds. When I was falling in love with Luis, I couldn't believe it at first. Now, I'm the happiest woman in the world.
Don't tell me any more. I'm already green with envy. I don't think I'll ever have feelings that strong about my guy.
Well, I'm not one to give advice on relationships, but you know what I think? I think it's better to be alone until you find the man of your dreams. Otherwise, you just end up selling yourself short.
You may be right. I'll think about that.
Oh, I never gave you your tour.
No, that's okay. It was more fun talking to you anyway. Bye.
Bye.
Did you do it?
All set. Or should I say, reset. That bomb won't go off until Blondie and her boyfriend are miles out to sea. Now what?
feel even worse about this job than I did before. She's so happy and in love. Maybe the bomb will detonate, but they'll survive.
Oh, forget about it. Nobody's walking or swimming away from this explosion.
Well, all I know is I'm just glad we're going down to the islands to check on Teresa.
You don't think Julian would do anything to her, do you?
Look, man, I don't know the guy like you do. I'm just not a very big fan. Better safe than sorry, right?
Right.
I'm not talking about the ballets, huh? I'm talking about your date with Pilar's daughter. What's her name?
Teresa, and it wasn't a date.
Well, fine. How'd it go? You sow a few wild oats?
No. We went to the ballet, I went to the party afterward, and then she went home.
Oh, come off it, Ethan. You can tell me.
There's nothing to tell, Father. Teresa and I don't have a sexual relationship. We don't have any kind of relationship.
All right, I can understand if you'd rather not talk about it with your old man. But you're a hot-blooded young man. I mean, I can't believe you haven't noticed the body on that girl. She's incredible looking.
Julian's capable of a lot of things, but I don't think he'd make a real play for Teresa. Not after everything that's happened. I mean, for one, he knows how much I love her. He knows that we want to get married.
But didn't he go down there to get a divorce from your mom?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. He's not my father anymore. You know, that could mean all bets are off.
Julian, you better open this door right now or it's coming down, and so are you.
No! If you let him in, it will be the end of life as we know it for all of us. You just think about what Ethan will say when he finds out what we did last night,
Julian, I'm gonna give you the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2.
What the devil?
Where is she?
Where's who, for God's sake?
The young girl you were with last night, that's who. I just want to talk to her and make sure that she's okay.
I told you, she's gone.
What happened here?
Your pounding startled me out of bed. I got up and I knocked it over. You satisfied, officer? Not that you have any jurisdiction down here.
So you say this young lady left early this morning?
Well, this young lady, as you put it, was actually a working girl, if you know what I mean. We had a little argument over money, so she seemed to think that's what I was made of.
You're a pig. Listen, miss, if you're still here, please come out. I promise nothing is gonna happen to you. I just want to see for myself that you're okay. One more thing. Look, I don't care what your job is, but I'd get away from this loser as fast as you can. I'm sure you can do much better.
Don't you have someplace to go? Isn't my sister waiting for you somewhere?
No, actually, she is. And thank God, she and I will be far away from you today.
Today and forever.
This is a nightmare.
No. Not anymore. We're out of the woods. It's over. No one is the wiser.
Why do I get the feeling it's only gonna get worse?
I'll tell you, brother's still the biggest lowlife I've ever come across.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know.
Yeah, it doesn't concern us. I just feel bad for the girl who got herself involved with him, you know?
Hey, you tried to warn her. What else could you do?
Yeah, you're right. Instead of thinking about a downer like that, why don't we focus on what a positive day it's gonna be for us, right? Yes, man the ship.
As soon as they hit the open seas, boom! End of the perfect life. They'll never know what hit them.
We'll be landing shortly. Please fasten your seatbelts.
You know, it's funny. When I thought it was a crane, I thought that name came with a life of no problems.
And now that you're one of us common people,
yeah, I know nobody gets a free ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's much nicer when you're not going it alone. Maybe someday you'll figure that out.
Come on, Chad. We're talking about Ethan right now, okay?
Okay, you two. I just meant sure there are bumps in the road, but, you know, Chad's right. You go through them easier with someone. That's why I know Teresa and I are gonna be okay. So we love each other and we're gonna get married and we'll live together forever.
I still don't understand how this happened. Everything was wonderful in my dream. I was marrying Ethan and we slipped wedding bands on each other's fingers. How did I get here?
It can't be.
Tell me we're not married.